Hey guys, what's going on? Today's battle is an OU battle versus the Sgtbash, and before the battle gets underway, I have a few things to say, so the beginning is going to be a little bit long. So this team I made on Pokemon Online as soon as the Smogon server had just been taken down, so I had to play on the PO server, and Roserade is actually OU on the PO server, so this is the first incident where I've actually had to figure that out, saw that. So I wanted to use this team, and I didn't want to change it one bit because Roserade just fits in so perfectly because it gives me the synergy and it gives me the entry hazards that I needed. So when I was using this team, basically I had to go against a bunch of OU teams, and I actually did, I'd say 7 out of the 10 battles I had with the team at the time, I won, very surprisingly. So it was something different I tried out. It was basically a shuffling team. So basically a bunch of my guys set us up entry hazards and then shuffles around with Blastoise having Dragon Tail. And you originally had Roar, but it has Dragon Tail just because of things like Alakazam and Reuniclus and OU. So basically, this team has only been against OU teams, so I decided to bring it to a battle with the Sgtbash. And the thing about this is, though, I hadn't used it months prior, so some of the things on this team I had no clue about. Basically, I thought I was running an offensive Roserade. It's actually a bulky one. And my Blastoise actually has Rest, which I did not remember whatsoever. It was a Rest Sleep Talk set to phase things around. But other than that, I basically knew the rest, and the only other thing I really didn't remember was my Nidoking actually being a physical Nidoking with Sucker Punch. So some of these things really could have helped me along the battle. But anyways, we're just going to get into the battle, and here we go. So I'm going to lead off with my Roserade, as he's actually going to lead off with his Smeargle, and this is pretty good for me because I'm thinking I'm a timid one that I usually use in UU, but I'm actually a bulky one, which really comes to bite me in the ass right here because I would easily outspeed him, and if he did go for substitute and I did outspeed him, I bring him down to his sash and he would basically have wasted that right there. But because I'm running a bulkier one, I'm not going to have fully investment into special attack and or speed, so he's going to outspeed me. In this turn, he's going to go for a Spore because he knows I'm probably going to stay and go for a Sludge Bomb. There's no reason for me to switch because even if he does Spore me, I have the natural cure and I can easily switch out. But this is one thing he does not know, if I'm actually carrying that or Poison Point or the Technician. So I don't know why he does a play up in the upcoming turns. But anyways, I'm going to go for a U-turn to obviously break his sub because I did predict him to go for another sub because there is no reason not to. And I'm going to U-turn because I know I am faster than him. I don't need to be afraid of the Spore or something like that. And he's going to set a Shell Smash as I decide to go out to Raikou because one, Raikou can easily Volt Switch if he doesn't expect my Roserade to be awake or something. I don't know. But anyways, because he does not know what I have. But anyway, he could have basically lost the game right here by breaking the Sleep Clause if I was, because he has not seen Roserade come back out. So this is a very poor play on his part, I have to say. He could have easily had just Baton passed out into a Shed Ninja because I have nothing to hit that with anyways. Because obviously I would not clearly go for a Shadow Ball if I did have it on a Smeargle. But he's going to go for a substitute as I decide to switch out to Blastoise, and this is really where Sleep Talk and Rest on Blastoise, if I had remembered it or went over the team before using it, I would have realized that basically I could have went into this as Sleep Water. I didn't, when you go pick up the Pokemon and you drag them off, they tell you the moves. I did not pay any attention. They were all lined up in a row, and I basically dragged them into my party, and then, yeah. But anyways, I'm going to go out to Darmanitan because I expect to take an X-Scissor, and he's going to actually go for a Sucker Punch, which honestly I don't get at all. But anyways, I'm going to go for Stone Edge, which it was actually a misclick. It was right under my Flare Blitz, and I accidentally hit Stone Edge. Obviously, I had no reason not to go for Flare Blitz, because either way, I was probably going to die off because of the priority, and I am obviously choiced. But anyways, I'm going to go to Rhyperior here, and obviously I have to go to Rhyperior to try and break this up and everything, because I think the only other Pokemon I have is Nidoking, which at the time I didn't realize I had Sucker Punch. But anyways, he's going to go for X-Scissor first turn. I'm going to go for Stone Edge hit, thank God, because I did not want to miss. That was really risky, and I, at this point, really wished it was my sweeping Rhyperior, which I could have then gone for a Rock Polish slash or gone for the Rock Blast, which could have hit 3 times and just immediately KO'd him. But anyways, I'm going to have to go for another Stone Edge, and I hit it, thank God, again. And I think at this point he's like, wow, you're hitting all your Stone Edges. I'm like, are we playing the same game? I missed Stone Edge with Darmanitan, which was a very bad misclick on my part. But anyways, I don't know why he's not going for X-Scissors. He probably could have 3-hit KO'd me with going for X-Scissors, and I don't know why. He's just really stupid for not going for the X-Scissors, seriously. But anyways, he's going to go to Dugtrio here. I'm just going to go for Stealth Rocks on my turn, as he actually is going to go for Stealth Rock of his own, which tells me he's most likely a Focus Sash lead Dugtrio or slash Dropper, and you can live and move, and then obviously go for a move and then Sucker Punch. But anyways, he's going to Earthquake me on this turn as I decide to go for an Earthquake of my own, and his Earthquake absolutely does nothing, which tells me basically I have a pretty good shot of living the next one depending on damage variations and all that stuff, which I'm pretty sure I will be able to live because that one did, you know, something that would leave me like a minuscule amount of HP. But anyways, he's going to go for an Earthquake again as I did bring him down to a Sash, and he's going to get very unfortunate crit, which may have turned the entire battle on his favor, because basically if I had killed off his Dugtrio, he would have to bring in something of his own to revenge kill me, and then I could easily bring in something from there to deal with his Pokemon. But right here, I don't know why he goes for a Sucker Punch. He's obviously going to outspeed me, and the only reason I brought Blastoise in is because it's one of my bulkier Pokemon that can actually take a hit and then kill it off. Which maybe what I should have done was actually gone into Rose Raid and started setting up some entry hazards of my own, but I really wasn't thinking of that. But anyways, he's going to go on to Smeargle, and he's going to Shell Smash, and I think he said that he expected me to switch when I have absolutely no reason to switch because I already have a Sleep Fodder and he can't substitute, and he's probably most likely just going to go for another Shell Smash, so I decided to stay in and just go for a Scald. I could have potentially have gone for a Dragon Tail, but that has obviously a low, chance of missing, but then again I could have just kept going for it, and yeah. But anyways, he's going to bring in Alakazam here, and I decided to stay in. He's going to go for a Side Shock, which tells me he has a physical hitting move, and that really does nothing, which is very surprising to me. So I'm just going to Dragon Tail him out, only because basically I know his defense side is weaker than his special defensive side, and obviously getting a burn on Alakazam wouldn't benefit me at all because of Magic Guard. So I am going to get off some nice damage on him, which is really good for me. And he's going to get dragged out into his own Scizor, which he's going to go for a Swords Dance right here, and I decided to go for a Scald to basically try and burn this early on because I don't want to deal with it. But looking at how well he takes it, he might be a little bulky because obviously after Stealth Rock and then leftovers and then taking that little bit of damage might be a bulky Scizor, especially because it's +2 Bullet Punch, even though it's resistant and all that. But at +2 Stab and Technician, it would have done a little bit more than that, I believe. But anyways, I'm going to go for a Dragon Tail, just Dragon Tail him out because I didn't want to risk him going for Bug Bite killing me and everything like that. But yeah, I thought he'd be greedy instead of the +4, so I decided to Dragon Tail him out. He's going to go to Alakazam here, which I thought maybe I could possibly live because the other one seemed like it did nothing, but I'm not going to be able to live it. So I'm going to go to Raikou right here to basically hope to God that I can wake up because I really need to burn off these Sleep Talks, and I know for a fact I can take one Side Shock as long as it's not Psychic, because obviously Rash Nature would probably let me die. But so Side Shock doesn't kill me off, and I'm going to try to wake up again, and I don't, which is really unfortunate because a Scarf Thunderbolt would hurt pretty bad on an Alakazam. But anyways, I'm going to go to Nidoking here, and this is where I find out that he actually has Sucker Punch when I was actually going through all my Pokemon's moves to see what I had to deal with Alakazam, which if I knew I had him, I probably would have saved Raikou as Death Fodder or something, because obviously he has this Landorus, which I'm basically stuck, have to go for a Sucker Punch right here. And yeah, so I'm going to go for the Sucker Punch as he's going to go for the Hidden Power, and I don't know what kind of set he's running at all, seriously, because this Hidden Power KOs me, and I don't know if Hidden Power, Ice, or Ground, or anything he could possibly running would have KO'd me. Ground would get the stab, but why would you be running Ground? And I don't know why he didn't go for Earth Power because it would still hurt Rose Raid just as much as Hidden Power Ice would, especially with Sheer Force. But anyways, he's going to U-turn out, which still I don't know what kind of set he is because he's clearly Expert Belt or something, I guess. I don't know. But I'm still thinking I could probably have lived with that amount of HP I had. But anyways, he's going to go out to his other Pokemon that he does have left. And basically, I am stuck going for Leaf Storms because I have Sludge Bomb. And that's not going to do anything to Scizor. And I basically could have tried setting up Energy Hazards. But it is going to be a good game. And I don't know why he has to set up right here to kill me off. Seriously, it was just really stupid. Well, that's going to be the game. And I do feel like crap because I lost to him in this battle. Because seriously, have you seen some of the plays he made? They were just really, I don't know, very bad. I mean, I know I made some misplays too, but that's just from lack of actually using this team for so long. But this team really has had a pretty good impact on me, because I actually have gone against a lot of OU teams, and like things I only had like left were like Blastoise and like my special attackers and stuff like that, against like this guy who had like a Blissey one time and a couple other threats. But basically what I kept doing was I kept Dragon Tailing him out in and out with, I believe this all 3 entry hazards up at the time, all my toxic, well, not all my toxic spikes. I think I had a layer of each. I had spikes, stealth rock, and then toxic spikes. And every turn he'd be shuffled back into Blissey, take more damage, and then he would try to go for a wish. But by the time, you know, after the Dragon Tail damage and the poison, and the rocks, and the spikes, it really worked out pretty well. And I do like this team, so maybe expect to see this team in the future. I'm going to edit it just a bit, because going back down to UU, there's probably no sense of me having Dragon Tail, besides maybe getting super effective damage off on Flygon and things like that. But basically that's going to be it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time.